This is the brand new $300 EGO string trimmer. And today, I'm gonna review it. So stay tuned. All right guys, now before we start, I'd like to go ahead and let you know that this is not sponsored. I did buy this with my own money. I went out and spent $300, so you don't have to see if it's good for you. So this is the brand new for this year, 16-inch carbon fiber power load head line IQ string trimmer. Model number ST1623T, if you wanted to know. And EGO says that this is the best string trimmer of all time. So let's open it up and let's see, is it really worth $300? All right, so opening up the box, as you open it up, it comes with, off the bat, a battery, this is a brand new 4 amp hour battery. So right off the bat, this gives you a bigger battery than last year's model and any of the other string trimmers that I know of right now. So 4 amp hour battery, there's your first reason why it costs more than $199 like the other ones. Comes with your standard charger, just like they all do. This one's actually a little bit smaller, it looks like, a little bit thinner, more streamlined. Comes with your guard, which we'll put on, and your instruction book, a little bit of string, it looks like, and an Allen wrench and an Allen screw. So putting it together, literally, it's just like that. So you've got to put it a decent amount of downward pressure to get that screw to actually thread. But once it threads, and your guard. Guard has some screws there in the bottom. All right, so let's talk about some of the features of this string trimmer. So one of the awesome features that this has that a lot of the EGO string trimmers have is it's got the power load function. So look at this. I took all of the string out of it. I'm putting it back together now. And reloading it is amazingly simple. Take your string, feed it through here, come out the other side, find the middle, and now press the power load button and watch as it loads your string automatically. Pretty freaking cool. Another feature that this has that was on last year's model is the ability to adjust it in several different points. So this here flips up and you can adjust it to give you a couple of inches of extra length, which everybody needs sometimes, or shorten it a little bit, whatever you need. And then also the handle here is movable as well. So if you want it closer up, you can have it closer up. If you want to turn it over for edging with it, super easy. I love that feature. Something new that comes standard with it this year is this clip here that you can attach a strap to help with fatigue or anything like that. I don't personally use it, but I can imagine if you're using this all day or for long periods of time, it would be super nice to have. Another thing that it has is it has the speed adjustment right there. So you have low speed and high speed. So here's low speed. And high speed. Noticeable change in the speed there. So another thing new for this year is It's got a more defined hook for the back for storage. Last year's model had this little slot that you can hang like on a nail or a screw, but this has more of a defined hook that you can hook over stuff a lot easier. Again, not a huge difference, but just a little attention to detail and something that I really appreciate out of EGO. Now, the big thing that EGO's been talking about this trimmer, and the thing that's the big selling point from what I hear, is that it has line IQ. And now what I understand line IQ to be is when you're string trimming and the line breaks, this weed eater knows and notices and continues to keep that same 16 inches of string out at all times, so that you aren't having to bump feed it or anything like that. Pretty cool idea. I'm gonna test that out and show it to you real quick. Check that out. New string. You can look, you can see all the little bits of string here on the ground where it's totally demolishing it and it's putting it right back out. All right, so pretty cool feature. Obviously, I didn't run out of any string. I think that's pretty cool. Functionality wise, I don't know that it matters that much, but it is really cool to never have to bump your head. I know a weak point in a lot of these string trimmers is bumping the head, especially on concrete and wearing out the head. So kind of a cool idea, and functionally speaking, it worked great. That's all of the new things here on this year's EGO string trimmer. So let's take it out, let's do some weed eating with it, and I'll tell you what I think. So if you have gotten any sort of value out of this video, make sure you hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. Really helps out the channel. So without further ado, let's set this up and let's do some string trimming. as battery life goes, I literally just weeded this entire bank with one 4 amp hour battery. I know a lot of people are like, oh, the battery life sucks on these things. Honestly, for homeowners, 99% of you, if you have less than an acre property, battery equipment is so much easier and so much more convenient. I recommend it wholeheartedly. let's wrap it up, guys. Is this string trimmer worth $300? If you ask me, the answer is no. I don't know that this is any better than last year's model. It might be a fraction lighter than last year's model, but the performance is just as good. I'm not saying that this is not a great string trimmer, because it absolutely is. You guys know that I love EGO products. They are fantastic, and they are the standard to which all battery tools are trying to keep up with. So, is this a great string trimmer? Yes. Would I pay $300 for it again? Probably not. But there is a caveat. You do get a 4 amp hour battery, so that will give you significantly longer runtime. So if you need a longer runtime and you want a bigger battery, this might not be a bad idea to get one. If you're a budget-minded person and you've got a small lawn, will last year's $199 version work just as good as this one? Absolutely. So, that's my review. Take it or leave it, whatever you personally think. If you want to spend the $300 to get this, you're not going to be disappointed. But if you want to save some money and buy the cheaper version, I say do it. Anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye. That much better than last year's trimmer. You're funny.